What's up, everyone, and welcome to another Star Wars news roundup. This was another kind of slow week, but pulled out a few interesting stories, and I wanted to start with some more Star Wars Visions talk. The directors of all of the various shorts had a panel in Tokyo, I think, and IGN did a roundup article of everything interesting they said. And I thought it was most interesting that a couple of these say that they're going to take place after Episode 9. So the twins and the Ninth Jedi are stated to take place after Episode 9. The Elder takes place before Episode 1, Lop and Ocho in between Episodes 3 and 4. And I just think it's interesting that despite all of these not being canon, that they still had like these specific points in time where they wanted their stories to take place.
Yeah, it's definitely interesting. I don't know how much it's going to matter once we see these stories played out, because you can say it's post Episode 9, but that doesn't mean they're going to bring up Rey or Kylo Ren or anyone that was in Episode 9.
Yeah, I agree, but that'd be interesting. They might. I'm not expecting it, but like the Ninth Jedi is supposed to be... All they said is after Episode 9. That could mean hundreds of years, and just that's the one about like the lightsaber smith who's delivering lightsabers to these people who are like, we're force sensitive, but we don't know if we're walking into a trap with each other, if we can trust each other. So I think they were just looking for an unexplored time where the Jedi hadn't yet been established.
Yeah, I guess when I heard about this series and like we saw the panel of all the sneak peek videos, I just assumed these were all very old stories.
I kind of did too.
And I think a lot of other people did too, but it is exciting to know that some of these are going to be way in the future. So.
Yeah, I think we're running the gamut here of like, I think that even though these stories might not be canon, they'll still be influenced by canon events, because like Lop and Ocho takes place after the rise of the Empire but before the rebellion, and I think that director just wanted to explore that point in time and what it was like. And I just think it's really interesting finding out more and more of the process of creating all of these, because yeah, I don't know why I just assumed they might all be like ancient myths and tales, but no, like the twins is about the director said the Imperial Remnant, but I assume they mean the First Order Remnant, and they've raised a pair of twins in the dark side of the Force. And I actually just watched Promare, which is made by the same director and looks almost identical stylistically. I'm really excited to watch that one now because Promare was beautiful. But yeah, there's not a whole lot more to say about that, just that the whole canonicity and how it relates to existing Star Wars story, how each of these shorts do, like that's still developing for us.
Mm-hmm. That'll be interesting. Cool. There's plenty of people out there still arguing about whether or not these stories should be canon. I'm glad they're not canon.
Yeah, I think
they can have more fun with it if they're not.
Exactly. But it'll be interesting to see if like the Ninth Jedi, if they mention, Mistress Rey, who lived long ago. But in this universe, in this story, the Jedi Order never like took back off. So they're still just not sure what's happening. Or maybe Rey is the Ninth Jedi summoning them all. Like,
Or maybe Rey became Empress Palpatine.
Well, they did say that the Tatooine Rhapsody, so they said it's one of the few stories that includes existing characters. So we might get some surprise appearances by characters we weren't expecting.
Yeah.
So that's kind of cool. Next up, I wanted to talk about the Emmys. The Mandalorian was nominated for 24 Emmys, including Drama Series Supporting Actor for Giancarlo Esposito, Guest Actors for Timothy Oliphant and Carl Weathers, Directing for Jon Favreau, Writing for Favreau and Dave Filoni, Production Design Casting, Cinematography for 2 episodes, Costumes Editing for 4 episodes, Hairstyling, Makeup, Music, Sound Editing, Sound Mixing, Visual Effects, Stunt Coordination, and Stunt Performance.
Wow.
So that's awesome.
I was a little bit shocked when I first read about the amount of nominations it got, but then I was like, I think that's pretty normal for a series.
I think it's great. I mean, obviously I'm thrilled for Timothy Olyphant. I'm sure he's got that locked in.
Yeah.
Give an Emmy to Cobb Vanth.
Bring him back in Book of Boba Fett.
There's rumors that he's returning, so hopefully. I think that visual effects, they've probably got that in the bag. Now I'm being serious, but with the volume and just the fact that they improved upon season 1, it looks even better. So they're like making this new technology and making it better in between seasons. I'm kind of feeling...
Yeah. Between Grogu and the Krayt Dragon, that's all you need to see.
Sure. But I mean, all of it, the volume and just the way that it looks, some of those shots, I remember in season 1 just being like, okay, I can tell that's not real. It's still cool and better than a green screen, but like season 2, I was like, I don't know if I can tell what's real and what's not anymore. So, are there any of these that surprised you? I'm honestly kind of surprised it got nominated for Best Drama Series. Thrilled, obviously.
Yeah. I don't know what else is nominated, but I'm not that surprised because so many people watched it. I'm really excited for Giancarlo Esposito because I think he did a great job.
Yeah.
In both of the seasons.
Everyone loves him. I think cinematography, it might have a chance as well, just because it is a new type of cinematography in a way, the way that they light everything, and it's all done in camera / in visual effects and in the Unreal Engine. Like, there's just a lot of innovation going on.
That's true. Like, just the way that they shot everything is so different from how other shows have done it, so that alone could have gotten it some nominations.
I also didn't know that they had stunt awards for the Emmys. I know they've been trying to get that to happen for the Academy Awards, but I'm glad to see it for the Emmys.
Yeah.
Next up is kind of a lack of news, but a tweet from EA stated that we won't be showing any new Star Wars games at EA Play Live on July 22nd, but all of us look forward to celebrating with you next year when we share our vision for the galaxy far, far away. I'm not really surprised by that. I was kind of hoping, the only hope I had was that maybe a Fallen Order 2, like, official announcement, maybe a title.
Do you think this is because of COVID pushbacks, or do you think that they just didn't have anything planned for this year?
I just don't think they had anything to show.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not surprised either, and I'm glad that they put this out to the public so that people weren't getting their expectations up too high leading into the event itself.
Yeah. I mean, I had it on our calendar to be like, okay, we're going to watch this. And then they put this tweet out and I said, never mind. Like, I'll get the highlights later. So yeah, I'm glad for the communication. But I'm also glad that EA doesn't hold the sole license anymore, because hopefully we won't be going like years and years without Star Wars gaming news. But I'm glad that they said, like, next year we're going to show some stuff off. Mm-hmm. So at least there's that. We might get some Fallen Order stuff next year. And the last little bit is an indie story, Indiana Jones. Deadline is reporting that Antonio Banderas is joining Indiana Jones 5. Which, I don't know, that kind of surprises me. I don't know why.
Do you think he'll be a bad guy?
I hope not. I'd like to see him joining in on the swashbuckling adventure stuff. He was great in Zorro.
Yeah.
I love the Mask of Zorro, so...
I could see him either way, but my first thought for this was, oh, maybe he's a bad guy.
I feel like... Is Mads Mikkelsen in Indy? I think he is. And
you
so
should
everyone...
know.
I don't keep up with Indy quite as much as I do with Star Wars, so I'm not sure. But I think Mads Mikkelsen is in it, and he plays a lot of villains. I feel like they did say that someone was definitely playing a villain. And Antonio Banderas just got added to the cast like while they're shooting. So I think he'll probably be more of a character that shows up and leaves. He's probably not going to be in the whole movie, but I don't know.
I'm just excited for Phoebe Waller-Bridge.
I'm excited for this whole cast. I'm pumped for the movie. I'm hoping that it follows the, like the Star Trek movies. I think the rule is the even numbered ones are great. And Indiana Jones, I think the odd numbered ones are hopefully going to be like the ones that really stand out. I like Temple of Doom too, but not as much as Raiders and Last Crusade.
Yeah, I think I'm in the same boat.
So I'm hoping for 5 to let's go out on a banger the same way that we used to on Last Crusade. Well, let's come back around and have a really, really great last indie movie. But that's it for Star Wars and Indiana Jones movie news. And if you're interested in stuff outside of Star Wars, we still cover the occasional indie thing on this channel, and I probably still will. But if you're wanting us to cover MCU stuff or other nerdy things, we've been doing that on our second channel, which is just called Malix. I'll link to it in the description, but we're starting to do reactions to trailers over there, and we've been doing our other show, Explain It to Me, where we have friends who know a lot about Marvel Comics, and they're telling us what's going on in Loki or in Black Widow and any of the future movies. So if you're interested in that, we'd love to have you over on our second channel. But if you haven't already, please like this video, subscribe to this channel.
Follow us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitch.
And consider checking out our Patreon page. As always, thanks for watching, and may the Force be with you.